reasons. I'm not okay. I'm definitely not okay. I don't know if y'all could see the title of this video, but the topic of this video is called Sacrificing Incarnation. Sacrifice. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna start off with my personal experience and then I will give my opinion. I want to thank everybody who's supporting me right now, who's sending me gifts. I see y'all in the room. I appreciate it. Thank you. Because this is going to help me take care of the child that Nature Boy is neglecting. This is going to help me take care of the child Nature Boy wanted to sacrifice for his own demonic purposes. One time, I was sitting in the room, in this living room, after I had Eliana. And Nature Boy had me in front of the whole carbonation. And he was saying to me how he felt like he needed to sacrifice me and Eliana in carbonation. This is what he told me out of his own mouth. And I said, what you mean sacrifice? Like, yeah, I need to sacrifice you and Eliana so that something else better could come in. So that something more fitting for me can come in. This is what he said to me. I didn't realize that shit was that sacrificial until I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize shit was that sacrificial until Nateri got online. And they started talking about Zoka Baby. And how Zoka Baby died. Because Nateri wanted to be with Solar. And because her baby died, that gave Nateri a reason to go back to carbonation. And proceeded to say that they're not insinuating that they want anybody's baby to die. When in fact, Nature Boy did not want Zoka to have that baby. Nature Boy didn't want Zoka to have that baby. He called that baby a demon the day she got pregnant. And been calling that baby a demon ever since. There's been stress on Zoka's head ever since she was pregnant. If a woman could have a baby by a man and that baby dies, and another woman comes along and then says, I have another opportunity to be with that man, I'm gonna go be with that man, and it's an unhealthy situation, and she's left Carbonation multiple times knowing that it's somewhere she doesn't want to be, that's demonic as fuck. That's demonic as fuck. I don't care. I don't care how you look. I don't care what you've given me. I don't care what you said to me. I don't care how you said it to me. I don't care. That alone is sick and demonic as fuck. Ain't no reason any woman should be going to be with any other man in Carbonation, especially if they had a baby by another woman and Nature Boy made them get an abortion. And Nature Boy insisted that their child be a demon and that that baby should be sacrificed. Like, sacrifice for what? Sacrifice what? Someone's soul? That's unfortunate. And any woman who does shit like that, you better be careful, because you will be barren. You will be barren. Zoka. Solar doesn't love you. Nature Boy doesn't love you. They will drop you at the drop of a dime. They will drop you. They will drop you, Zoka. They will leave you stranded, and they will call you a demon if you don't give them what they want. Nature Boy was telling Natiri that she's ahead of all of the other women or all of the other people who are going to have to do what she's doing by making a decision to go back to Carbonation. You ain't doing nothing but going backwards. Ain't nothing good coming out of that situation. Nothing. Everything that you're doing in Carbonation, you could do on your own and better. Because Carbonation ain't the peak of what's real. It ain't the peak of what's right either. It's actually far from it. So, you going back to Carbonation is setting yourself back. You gonna get everything taken from you, including your soul. Including your soul. And then you gonna be sitting there looking extra stupid when you figure out that that's not where you want to be, and then you have to leave again and then start all over. Not only that, you're gonna look even more stupider because you're gonna try to be with Solar, and then now everybody's gonna be looking at you as the culprit to being the person or the woman who's tearing shit apart just like Nature Boy. You're gonna seem just as demonic as Nature Boy if you go back to Carbonation and be with Solar. Straight like that. And Natiri, I will never fuck with you again. Ever. I put that on my life. If you go back to Carbonation and go be with Solar. That'll be some way fucked up shit. Like, it's even fucked up to think about the fact that a baby dying and Nature Boy says online that, oh, now it's an opportunity for you to come in because that baby didn't make it. What type of shit is that? What type of demonic shit is that? Is that anything righteous? Nature Boy likes to spin children as attachments. Nature Boy likes to spin children as something that's not going to let you enter the kingdom. If anything cuts you off from the kingdom, then you need to let it go. Like, what kingdom are you wanting me to enter? That your kingdom, Nature Boy's kingdom, is not the kingdom of heaven. It's not the kingdom of God. If it was, he wouldn't be displaying none of the characteristics that he's displaying when it comes to physically abusing anyone to the degree that he's doing, mentally abusing anyone to the degree that he's doing, spiritually abusing people to the degree that he's doing. That would never be the case. It's the kingdom of hell. Facts. Literally. These people are dying alive. Dying alive because of this nigga. Dying alive. Babies dying alive because of this nigga. Because of the shit that he does. And it's so fucked up. Because you're using spirituality to confuse these people's minds. Let me tell you something about a person. I learned this. This is my own spirit. This is my personal spiritual experience. Because I didn't have enough knowledge about who God was, who Jesus was, the stories in the Bible, even reading the Bible, even just having certain details about historic facts that we're studying, that I'm studying right now. Because I didn't have this information, Nature Boy I was easily manipulated by Nature Boy because I didn't have certain information. You know, he was the first thing that I knew. And he was the only thing I knew for 3 years. All of these other people who are in carbonation, they're trying to find knowledge. They're trying to find knowledge. And so because Nature Boy makes them feel like he's smarter than anybody they've ever come across, because they can't comprehend what a motherfucker is saying and what people are teaching. They can't keep up because of their own traumas that keeps them blinded and binded to negativity. They believe Nature Boy and they believe in all of his shenanigans. Because Nature Boy instills fear tactics as well with the knowledge that makes those people feel incompetent. It'll make them feel like something really bad will happen to them, because you know what they say? You know what Nature Boy says to those people? Oh, you'll go to hell. You'll go to hell if you don't come live with me. You'll go to hell if you don't suck my dick. You'll go to hell if you don't let me take your woman. You'll go to hell if you don't let me sabotage your relationship that everybody have in carbonation. You'll go to hell if you don't protect me and protect my demonic characteristics. You'll go to hell. This is what he says to those people. And these people, as gullible and uneducated as they are, they sit there and they believe him. And at one point in time, and the reason why I know it so well is because at one point in time, because I didn't have so much knowledge, I was like, yeah, I will go to hell. Like, this makes sense. It makes sense. But as I'm starting to do the deeds that he want me to do, I'm realizing that it's not congruent with my natural spirit. It's not congruent with how I naturally operate, how I naturally feel. So I'm in constant conflict. You know what he would like to tell me? It's your Saturn square midheaven. I have an aspect in my chart where it says that I can tug of war between fulfilling my purpose and not. I feel like when I went to go be with Nature Boy, I felt like I went to go live that purpose that I felt like I wasn't living when I was back at home in college. When I went there, I noticed that I wasn't fulfilling my purpose there either. Me being a character in Nature Boy's mind and being a robot in his actual reality is not my purpose. It's not my purpose to give you threesomes every day. It's not my purpose to sit there amongst a whole bunch of women that you turning against each other and want us to fuck each other and want us to fuck you and all of this shit. That's not my purpose. My purpose is not to run a brothel. My purpose is not to downgrade another woman and make her feel like she ain't shit just to build her and mold her into the person who you want me to mold her into. That's not my purpose. My purpose is actually to bring light to the fuck shit that you doing. That's my purpose. My purpose is to speak up for everybody out there who's going through the same demonic shit that you put all of everybody in combination through, and give them a sense of inspiration. Because motherfuckers is really out here hurting because of niggas like you, Nature Boy. There's women who literally have children by niggas like you and are considered single mothers. But you know what you do, Nature Boy? You get online and you bash the black woman and says, oh, you're a single mother because you don't know how to keep a man. You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do that. Well, have you ever sat down? You like to bash a woman so much, but have you ever sat down and talked about the fucking characteristics of a man and what men do? What you're doing? Do you sit down and talk about the characteristics that you do to create single mothers? Single black mothers that you like to downgrade so much and says, oh, you ain't shit because you ain't supporting me. Why don't that black woman support you? Have you talked about why she doesn't support you? No. The only thing you say is that we ain't shit. When in actuality, you need us. You need us. Men need women. Period. You like to sit there, Nature Boy, and talk about how fucked up everybody else is. You like to sit up there and talk about how negative everybody is responding to you. But have you ever sat there and wondered why? And have you also ever sat there and calculated your own the shit that you do? You sit there and you talk negative about everybody. Everybody, including the people that's closest to you, including the people that's in carbonation. You sit there and you talk about them like a dog. The only thing you say is negative shit about those people. For crying out loud. You called Zoka baby a demon since the day she was pregnant with that motherfucker. And guess what? That baby didn't do you nothing. That baby never said nothing bad about you. That baby never tried to do nothing to you. You feel me? But you put that on that baby head. A innocent soul. You put that shit on that baby head. And why you think all the type of negativity is coming back to you? It's negative. Everything you are is negative. That's why you attract only negative shit to you. At this point in my life, y'all, from the characteristics that I've seen in carbonation since I've been there, it's all about sex. It's not about knowledge. It's not about proclaiming the kingdom. It's not about doing all of this extra shit to teach humanity. It's about fucking. It's about who gonna fuck who next and who gonna deem the attention, the validation from Nature Boy. This is what it's all about. It's not about reforming society. It's not about protecting humanity. It's not about evolving consciously. It's not about going into nature and building a village. It's not about none of that. It's about which women I could recruit next, how I'ma fuck her, and is he gonna feel good? And if it doesn't, I'ma send her to another nigga. And maybe if I want her in the future, I'll just take her from him. Hopefully she not pregnant, but if she is, I really don't care. I'm still gonna fuck her, and she might not know who the baby daddy is. So on top of that, it'll just be all kind of fuck shit, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna fuck her. Either way it go. This is what it's about. This is all that it is about. And every time I went back, if y'all haven't noticed, I was trying to stop him from doing this shit. That's why he said to me, you tearing me down. You ain't building with me, you tearing me down. He felt like I was tearing him down because I wouldn't allow him to do the demonic shit that he wanted to do. And every time he couldn't get his way with me, I left. Every time he couldn't, yes, I said that right. Every time he couldn't get his way with me, I left. I left. And I'm not about to support and protect no shit that's fucked up. Period. That shit is fucked up. For you to sit there online and display everything, all of the characteristics that you displaying, you are really mentally ill. Nature boy, you are mentally ill. Delusional at its finest. A nigga that needs to be put in a psychiatric ward and never come out. Never. Because all you do is manipulate people. All you do is create situationships and things and accumulate worldly possessions so that you can manipulate people and get them to do what you want them to do, which is support you and your shenanigans, support you and your demons. You want those people not to tell you when you're wrong. You want those people to sit there and applaud you when you doing some fucked up shit. And you know this. And because you know this, that makes you even more mentally fucked up. Which means that you don't need to be on the streets. Which means that you don't need to have no village. You don't need to have no children. They got motherfuckers out there who actually don't need a family because they so fucked up. Because the only thing that you gonna do with your family, the only thing you gonna do with your kids, your friends, your anything is fuck over them. That's all you gonna do is fuck over them. The only thing that you have ever established for yourself, nature boy, is a fucked up ass concept of who you think you are. Who you think you are. A fucked up concept of who you think you are. And you a fucked up individual for it. And you need to be stopped in all ways. Zoka, Solar doesn't love you. Sheba, True doesn't love you. Any man in Carbonation does not love none of the women in Carbonation. You want to know why? If they're in a relationship with them? Because they already look at you as somebody nature boy fucked and you for him. So while you going back and forth with a nigga that don't give a fuck about you, it's making you look like you have no confidence, no self-esteem, you don't know your worth. And then when you go and you fuck with nature boy, it makes you look even more stupider. It makes you look even more bad because everybody done seen you with this man, this other man, saying that you love them, saying that you want to be with them, was pregnant by them. Trust me, I went through it. I went through it with Omek. So you can't throw no shit in my face and say, oh, well, you did this and you did that. Yeah, I went through that. And you know why I went through it? I went through the same thing you went through because of nature boy. Period. So there's nothing that nobody could say that can come along to hurt my feelings or get me off my tail, because everything I went through in Carbonation was because of nature boy. Just like you, honey. Just like you. I've been through more than you. Why you sitting up there trying to win the title of Empress, which you'll never be in nature boy's eyes? And I'm not telling you this to be mean to you. I'm not telling you this to downgrade you or make you feel any less of who you are. I'm telling you this because this is the truth about nature boy. He don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Not even the men. Because he treat the men just as worse as the women. That shit fucked my head up with the whole sacrificing. And he says that on many occasions, and I'm recording everything he does. That live he did, talking about sacrificing, I saved that. I saved that video. That shit is in the art. Everything this nigga does is in the fucking archives. You better fucking believe everything that I'm telling you right now. This shit is documented. You think that this shit was documented for no reason? No. This shit is all documented. And I got every inkling, inch, every detail of everything he's ever done to me and to other people. And to people before Carbonation. This nigga ain't getting away with shit. He ain't getting away with shit. And he ain't gonna continue to get away with shit. on that note, I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna go heal, because this shit really got me fucked up on some shit to think about stuff like that and hear him say shit like that. It really does touch my heart for the other people that's in combination, because I know firsthand what happens and the shit that goes on. I just want to thank everybody on this note for supporting me. Everybody who's sending me gifts, I appreciate y'all. Like, I appreciate everything. I don't really know, like, oh, I see it. Well, I might as well stay on because, you know,